How good is that, huh?
That's amazing. I love
You know,
that.
like we'll, obviously, we'll like introduce the show and stuff, and I'll ask you how you've been because that is important to me. But I think both of us, it's worth us just making a point of like, shoot is in a different league right now. Right? He's like
He's
John
like,
Moxley levels, you
I
know?
was gonna make that
Yeah.
comparison too. I was gonna make like a BCC comparison. Yeah.
Oh, hang on a second. Okay, let's explore that. So who's Bob in the Blackpool Combat Club?
Regal.
Bad knees. Bad knees. There you go. All right. In all seriousness, Jaychele, it has been way too long. Uh, it's great to have you back on LNG. How are you feeling today?
I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better. Obviously, as most people probably know, I've had a rough couple of weeks, but
Yeah.
I've gotten some amazing news recently. So I'm on a hot streak. I'm gonna be at the media scrum next weekend, and I'm gonna say late night grin, and then it's gonna pop everyone huge.
Yeah. At the press conference talking to Samoa Joe. And then he's going to stand up and say, I love the late night green. Can I come on this
Can I tell
Friday
you a
night?
secret, Joe? I feel bad. I told the other guys not to tell you. Um, so I was when I was talking with why are you looking like that, Joe?
It's
When I
very
was
concerning that you've told a guy, this sounds very bad.
when
This
I,
sounds like it's about to break my heart. I'm going to be honest with you.
it okay, it's still possible. Um, so I was talking with the AEW media people, and I was trying to interview Samoa Joe so he could say something for you, but they gave me
Oh.
Wheeler Yuta instead. So now at the media scrum, I'm determined to have Samoa Joe send you a message.
Well, that's very nice. When you said you were, I thought what you were going to say. I'll be completely honest. Was that you had a choice between Samoa Joe and Willie Uter and chose Willie Uter? And I'll be
Oh
completely
no!
real. I was going to just end the broadcast and be like,
I
well,
asked. I asked for Joe.
yeah.
I still
Well,
might get him. I'm supposed to do another interview next week, but I
the
don't know
problem
who
with
it is.
Joe is he didn't even want to show up to TV anymore.
That's the thing. That's the exact thing. I was like, I want to talk to him, but I don't even know if he's doing interviews.
Well, I think based on there was a conversation I had a couple weeks ago. Someone said they're not even sure he'll be back full time when he may just wrestle Leafland because I think he's going to be tied up with these projects for a little bit.
Oh shit. Well, when he comes back, Joe, I will have him record a message for you.
I appreciate that.
Do the interview with me, Joe.
Sorry, what?
Unless you want to do the interview with me.
I mean, I would very much like that, but I feel like it's your thing.
No, it's Samoa Joe. You will do the interview with me. I will make it
Yeah, but
happen.
like, imagine like I want you to
Everyone, hold
picture
me
this.
to my word.
Okay,
If you're
okay.
watching this, please hold me to my word. Okay.
Just imagine the scenario where you're like interviewing Samoa Joe, and I just come in and go, "Hey, listen, let's talk about the next Pro Butcher match." And you're just sitting there like, "Why?" Joe, we have 15 minutes to ask him about 2003, and I'm like, 0-1 was a big deal. It could be interesting, but no, it'd be a good time in all seriousness. But yes, we have a fun deal tonight, right? So tomorrow night, Retire the Rankings will be back as usual, and there will be many grins ahead, usual regularly scheduled content you've come to expect and enjoy here. But it will be fun to bring Jay Shield back with something a little bit different. So
The
if
boss is
you
back.
factual, which is very fitting considering the actual boss is not back for a while. It appears, right?
Well, she's
Um,
back at Comic Con, I guess.
what
If
do you
she's
think is going to happen in that situation? I'm genuinely interested. Like, what do you think we're at in that now?
uh I think she'll do a bunch of media stuff until actually January. Because if I think that January report is true, I don't think she'll do anything until like the beginning of next year. Because I feel like she had to negotiate something in her contract
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get out early, where she can't wrestle until next year.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm hopeful. Sasha Banks, Mercedes, if you come to Boston, I'll meet you and I'll cry. I'll bring my
Yeah.
dog.
Wow, that was layered. You're going to cry and bring the dog. That's very
Well,
exciting.
the dog's name is Sasha,
That
so
would pop her very much. She may
right.
tweet that. Honestly, that would be quite fun, right? Um, the other thing I wanted to ask you about was uh, in your hiatus, Liv Morgan became the blue brand champ. That pop you?
Oh, it popped me huge. Well, I had some issues with the timing of the cash in. Obviously, I am not a big fan of the same day
Yeah,
cash ins for the woman.
yeah,
Regardless, Liv being the SmackDown Women's Champion, I feel like is the perfect route for her. I don't think that she would have been able to cash in on Bianca or anything like that because that's so set in stone over there. But SmackDown is a weaker division but it makes sense for Liv to be the champion of it because it's not as highly contended of a championship. And I don't mean that spitefully, just like looking at where she's
No,
at
I
now.
get it, yeah. There's a lot less like established star power on that side, so
Yeah.
it kind of fits better. I have some concerns about the matchmaking, like who you put her with. Like the Ronda match is terrifying to me. I gotta be honest with you. It's like it's just I don't know what it looks like as a wrestling match. You know.
I'm excited for the Charlotte match
Sorry to hear
as
that.
long as it doesn't go the other way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to think about it. I'm excited stylistically because I feel like Charlotte likes Liv to like want to work with her.
Oh yeah.
Why are you raising your eyes like
Well,
that?
that's the thing. We always do that, right? We show we go, she likes this one. Trust me, it'll be okay.
I like
Fucking,
Charlotte, so I believe in her.
I know. And she, in all seriousness, she seems like a nice person. I do think there are signs she may have lost the plot a little bit in terms of how she wrestles. That's all. That's what I would
That
say.
may be fair. I'm excited for the PG-14 stuff though, a little bit though.
Yeah,
Like I'm interested to see what they. Hopefully they utilize it well. I don't think they will, but
it could be exciting. I mean, hopefully, it'd be nice if they did some different stuff, or if the show just. To me, it's not a big deal. I've never been a big like, oh my god, it's PG, that's why it's bad. Like that,
yeah,
that doesn't bother me. But
yeah,
it
yeah.
certainly would be nice if Cody could bleed sometimes. You know,
I think honestly, I want to see Bianca bleed, like for real, for real.
that
Like,
sounded kind of sadistic. I'm not gonna lie. Like if
um,
I said that, I feel like I'd be thrown off the air. Sounded really venomous, to be honest with you.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant
Yeah,
in terms of like showing that she can do it all in that sense, because I feel like so many people view her as just like a WWE wrestler, like to the point where like
yeah,
they haven't seen her outside of WWE, so they don't know how she wrestles, and all that bullshit where like you feel like you can't judge somebody by their present work.
yeah.
Um, but I feel like some hardcore stuff would be great to add to her catalog.
I'm for it. I mean, I'm all for people bleeding. You know, like the last night on Dynamite, Takeshita and the ad break started bleeding. I was like fired up. You know, I stood up, pumped
Do
my
you
fist.
know Wheeler Yuta taught me a trick that if I ever bleed on my forehead, I need to wipe the corners of my eyes to see.
I thought you were about to say Wheeler Yuta taught you a trick of how to bleed. Brought out a little razor with him or something. I was very scared of where that was going to go. He's pretty good at that now, right? Very good.
Yes, he is very good at that.
Yeah. Garcia and him. I'm really excited for that. Garcia and him.
He is very excited for that match. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, because that is the style and the genre of wrestling, the idea of wrestling that those guys aspire to,
can
right?
we
You know?
talk about how that show is going to be so good?
Oh yeah, I think it was great. It looks way better than I expected.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm also not going to have like my standards of like the old ROH this time to be sit there and be judgy. One,
Probably for the best based on some of the
yeah,
stuff they've booked. I think they're moving on pretty quickly.
yes, and two, I'm going to be there for Briscoe's FTR and I'm going to cry my fucking eyes out.
Oh,
And I'm going to talk to FTR after. I have a feeling they're going to have to be in that media scrum. And I'm going to talk to Dax and Cash. And I'm just going to.
I think they're going to be aware. They're very locked in to everyone's opinions, you know. They may call me a piece of shit. FTR Briscoes too, being there for that is very special, you know. I mean, that's history for sure. There's some other stuff you're going to get that we, probably should leave until. Yeah, right. Craziness. So very exciting. It's going to be a great, great show. Speaking of great shows, I had this idea for a bit on the Grin. When what was going to happen was Jaychele. It was going to be Oracle, myself, and Bobby, the Fed Free as we're known.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a thing that's happened. I know it's unfortunate. And so basically, I was going to do a bit where we try to plot.
Oh my God! Have you seen the spoilers for Rampage?
Yes, that was what I was alluding to. Let's leave it there and
I
move
thought that's
on.
what you were saying, and I just read that. Oh my God! Okay, sorry.
That's fine. Last night, I actually said that exact thing wouldn't happen. So pop. While I was talking, it was happening, but we will not spoil it, folks. So, Fed Free was the show, and I was planning this bit where we were going to have, we were going to, plot our perfect promotion. And then what happened was Jack Crosby showed up, and he was drunk. And then the confirmed shoot showed up. He was not drunk, but he showed up. So I was like, oh, well, that bit can be saved for another day. So I thought this would be a good way to bring Jaychele back on the Grin. So here's what we're going to do, folks. It's going to be loose. It's going to be fun. Here's the idea. Here's the concept. As silly as it may be, here's what we're shooting for, right? We have maybe we
Joe, let me be hopeful, okay?
okay. That's good. All right. Basically, here's what happens. Okay. Jaychele does such a good job at Death Before Dishonor that Tony Khan says, actually, we should have a third wrestling company. You have as much money as you want. You can buy out whatever contracts you want. You can book it however you want. You're going to run a wrestling promotion with young Joseph James Holbert of Great Britain.
Your
So
middle
this
name
is
is
our
James?
yes,
That's
Joseph
my
James.
that's my dad's name.
Okay,
And my name is half James.
sure, yeah,
I swear.
yeah. No, I understand. I just
James
don't.
Joe.
The difficulty with that as a middle name is Joseph James sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Joe James, then I sound like a cowboy.
You
You know.
sound like a serial killer.
Well, that seems unnecessary, but I would, I think, you know, So anyway, this show is basically our team meeting as we decide what we want this promotion to look like. Someone once referred to us on Patreon as J&J Security. I don't know if you know what that's a reference to, but that's
I
very
do.
funny.
I
Yes,
do. I
it's
was
very
watching
funny.
then, yeah.
So we are. So that could be something we work with. I'm not going to spend much of this show coming up with a name. If you have a name, please go for it. But I don't really have names. I'm bad at names.
Leave it in
Yeah.
the chat, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. Here's a good wrestling promotion name. That'd be good, right? That'd be very useful. Okay, so we're gonna have some fun here. Obviously, the main part of this show is going to be when we can't have our roster, and I have to deal with the many ramifications of my selections, and we're gonna play around with it. It's gonna be silly. If you want to hang
There's
out,
gonna
and,
be some bartering.
there is. It could get quite aggressive at times. We may have to just take it easy. Chat, you're involved in this too. If you have any big suggestions, we may ignore you. We may listen if we like the suggestions, but we probably would ignore you. Don't have an out is already spoiling one of my main bits. So let's get to it. Now let's do some boring stuff first. Let's kind of set the stage for this a little bit.
Okay.
Do we have a home base where we do all of our shows? Are we an old school territory? Are we a national promotion? Are we an overseas promotion?
I want to be a national promotion.
Okay, so we're going to be touring the US, right?
Yes.
Much like the other famed national promotions like MLW and NWA.
No. We're WWE and we're gonna go overseas every so often.
Okay, stadiums and such. If Bob was here, we would probably, run like, roller coasters and stuff like theme parks. He's a big fan of those sort of wrestling
Oh, I
shows.
like that idea.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I want a wrestling ring by the beach one time. They did that
Okay,
before.
they did. Eric Bischoff did that. The greatest man in the history of Earth. You should interview him, Eric Bischoff, and just talk about me the whole time.
I
That'd be
don't
good.
think he knows who I am.
God bless. In a good way.
Good way. He liked my idea. I think I had an idea about like a shit.
Nitro.
No, it was when I first started. It was when I first started doing. I think it was about like pizza or something. Pizza and USA shirts or something stupid. Something
Oh
completely
dear
out of.
God, that sounded incriminating. Hang on, what was the USA shirts about?
I'll find the tweet.
Okay.
I
Okay.
tweeted him.
All right. Well, anyway, so it appears we're going to be a touring company going around the country. I
How
haven't got
many
a problem with that.
championships are we gonna have?
We'll get there. I got in my
Oh,
notes.
sorry.
I have. No, it's fine. It's fine. I know it's very exciting. So we're going to tour. I think folks in the chat will know that I'm prone to the. I like the idea of a home, territory, but I get it. I understand. You're very young. You like the idea of we're going to tour. We're going to have lots of fans. See, I'm much more cynical. I assume we wouldn't draw many fans, so I'd rather just be in a small studio. But I get it. I'll concede. We are a touring national promotion. Okay. Let's talk schedule.
I'll leave this in the chat for anybody who would like to go see my tweet to Eric
Okay.
Bischoff because it was
Okay.
an interaction on a live stream.
My God. All right. Yeah, indeed. Now schedule. What are we doing with the schedule here? Are we going weekly TV, 2 hours a week? Are we doing 4 weekly TV shows like AEW and WWE? Are we doing GCW style? Are we doing 1 hour of weekly TV? What do you think? What way are you leaning on this? I have a couple preferred options, but I want to see what you think.
I like weekend shows, but I feel like that doesn't sound very plausible.
I think we could do weekly, we would basically be a weekly promotion, but we'd be running events every weekend.
I like that.
Would you prefer that to TV? Like we have like there is televised. What I mean is events rather than what would be the best way to explain this?
I prefer that because I feel like that's better for casual fans.
Because they can just pick the ones they want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. My preference is either that or like 1 hour of TV. Because I think anything beyond 1 hour is a disgrace. We should get rid of it from wrestling. Should be banned. Should be a law actually, I think. But no, I think we do weekly events, which also gives us room to come up with a lot of creative names for our events, right? Such as Fed Dead Redemption or the Free Agents or Retire the Rankings. Imagine we just use those and never explain them. With Shoot's old logos, that'd be fun.
We just need like stupid ones, like Heartbreak or something like that. That's what GCW does. They just what's the word?
Yeah, fair. Speaking of Saturday 6:05, this Saturday at 6:05 p.m. Eastern Time, you can tune into LNG Main Event featuring confirmed Shoot and Joe Holbert as they watch an old professional wrestling match that Jaychele would hate. He said Ric Flair match, dude. That's pretty rough, right? I know, that's what I said. I said the same thing. It's not my baby, it's what it is.
I mean, it's almost time for Ric Flair's last match.
You gonna watch that? You gonna buy it?
I have to watch it, Joseph. I'm not gonna buy it, but I'll watch it.
Wait, what? What do you mean you have to watch it?
I'm covering it for SE Scoops. I'm covering all the StarCast stuff for SE Scoops. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I want you to just say the line for me. I'm covering the Ric Flair show.
I'm covering the Ric Flair show. Joe, I will do things for money.
It's fair, but it's like, dude. It could be a spectacle. I don't know. I'll be completely transparent, okay? Shoot and I want to do a lot of like watch along stuff on Twitch, like live stuff,
Yeah.
So, like, for example, Impact has a show and we just go, let's watch it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what if we do the Ric Flair show? And Shoot, we were really considering, and he saw the price point and he said, absolutely not. It's like $35.
I had to put together the StarCast schedule, and it's pretty expensive for everything. Like, if you want to just watch the roast, it's like $15. But if you want to watch the pay-per-view, it's like $35. If you want to watch the roast and all the podcast content, it's $60. No, $70. If you want to see Ric Flair's last match, the roast, and all the podcast stuff, it's $100.
Hold the phone. Brian Pillman Jr. has been added to the StarCast.
That is true. He's teaming with Arn Anderson against Carrie and Ricky Morton, I believe.
Hold up. He's teaming with who?
Brock Anderson. Did I say Arn Anderson?
Yes, you did. I got very excited. That buy it.
Don't get excited. He's teaming with Brock Anderson. My apologies.
I'm sure Arn will be there, though, right?
I believe so.
Do you think Arn deserves this, the way he's living these years of his life, watching Brian Pillman Jr. wrestle?
I think he watches his son wrestle more than he watched Brian Pillman Jr. wrestle.
Is that better? I guess, right? Kind of.
You see Griff Garrison get thrown around by Luchasaurus?
I did, yeah. I'd rather that they not do that on national television. But honestly, Luchasaurus looked pretty good in that match. He threw him around. He did a German suplex. He looked cool.
I think Luchasaurus works better as just a big man.
Where he just throws people. Are you referencing the fact that you don't like it when he does like headstands and throws spin kicks and stuff? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yeah, fair's fair. I don't know. I didn't think Christian's promo was his best last night. To be totally honest with you, but maybe I'm misreading. I will say though, that show last night was spectacular. That finish, Swerve and Keith, wasn't that a moment? I mean, I think we're going to bring them up later when we pick our roster, but like. But wasn't it serious? That was great, wasn't it?
It was amazing. It fulfilled my dreams.
Fair.
My black champion dreams.
God bless. All right. So I'm going to make notes here as we go so I don't forget what we talked about. Home base, we're a national touring promotion, right?
Yes.
Schedule. We run weekend events, basically weekly, but it would be kind of, our schedule would like fluctuate.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Okay. All right. That's the boring stuff. Let's talk talent, Jaychele. Now, rather than doing this as a draft, we're gonna name a position, and then we're gonna just discuss the candidates for that position. Yes, Jaychele.
I would like I would like
Yes.
to pose somebody for world champion.
Okay.
Ricky Starks.
Okay. Hold the phone. We're gonna get to Ricky Starks. So here's the thing. I want to go like spot on the card, right? Let's start with our top male babyface. Let's start there.
Okay.
Are you putting Ricky forward for that, or are we saving him for the other side of the fence on with the heels? What do you think? I don't mind. I'm just
I
intrigued.
mean, I will save him as a heel, but he can work both.
Oh, Ricky's great. I'm just remember this is our top babyface. We can have anyone. Not saying we wouldn't have Ricky. I'm just saying just try to set the stage here. Okay, so I'm thinking
Cody
about this.
Rhodes.
Oh my god, for real,
I'm serious.
Cody Rhodes. Is it crazy that I don't necessarily disagree with you? That feels dangerous? I feel like I should disagree. You know,
Why should you disagree with me, Joe?
because he's Cody Rhodes. You
Because
know,
what the people say?
yeah, true. Takeshita, I think, is going to end up on our roster. I think that's
Takesha's there.
just
Yeah.
because I think it's important that we, like there's a lot of people we like that are like underneath. He's one of them. He will be a top guy in like 2 years in America. He's a top guy obviously in Japan. Um, but for the top of our card, I think we do need to think big. Cody is big. He's one of the top stars in the industry. I'm looking in John Moxley's
I
direction,
knew.
Jaychele.
I had a feeling. Yeah.
Yeah, you looked very scared about me saying that.
No,
Okay, you
I
look
look scared about you saying CM Punk because then I was gonna have to shoot you down on air about that. Um,
okay.
but
So
Moxley, I feel better about.
now there's another guy here who I know you've had your moments with. And I'm not saying he's for this role, but I do think we should set the stage and just discuss him. What are we doing about the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson?
Oh, does he need to hold a championship though, or is he just like a top guy?
Top guy. Yeah, we're just kind of talking through options.
Okay, that's. I feel like at this stage of his career, I don't think that Danielson really needs a title.
He's just
Just
like, yeah, he's a star, right?
yeah.
I think for the role of top babyface, the reason that I think Moxley beats Cody out, and I'm willing to discuss it because I genuinely like
Okay.
Cody, is I'm very much, even if they boo Mox in the middle of a match and cheer Tanahashi or they cheer Takeshita, as they did last night, I do have to say that I'm much less concerned about them actively turning on Moxley. And I think we've seen with Cody that as good as he is, his shtick can run a little thin sometimes. It got pretty bad at the end of AEW, I think it's fair to say.
That is fair. I'm thinking about who our audience is because that's what matters as well. Like, do we
Good
have
question.
like a WWE audience? Are we like an AEW audience?
Well, I would say based on the weekly events, we're probably going to be more match heavy, would you say? Right, generally
Yeah,
speaking.
I would think so.
You would shoot angles, but you wouldn't really necessarily do like sort of talk show segments and stuff like that. And that also feels like a tick for Moxley.
I like to pose. Oh no, sorry, he's a heel. Never mind. I thought of somebody and it came to my mind. I got excited. I'll hold him.
Okay, that was very scary.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I still like Cody, but I'm willing to let you have Moxley if I
Well,
can have a pick later on.
I think it makes sense that we have like four like top guys. So I think there's a very good chance we end up with both. Both is what I'm getting at.
Okay.
I think Moxley is the right choice for number one. This is a great point from Joe. Both audience, like Mox is he's easy, right? Like you can do different things with him. He can kind of be funny. He can also be very violent and make everyone bleed. So I think Moxley's the top, and we'll pencil Code Man in.
Does Moxley talk much anymore and I just forget it? Or does he not?
Does a lot of those, those pre-tape promos where like he has like a wall behind him like this, and he's like, "Listen, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you."
I remember those. Like when he was like feuding with who was it?
When he
Like
was
Lance
champion,
Archer and he had like the US title or whatever.
He definitely does less of them now than he did when he was like the world champion. He did them like every week. He did one last week before the Brody match. I don't know if you remember that. He did like a big one about
I
how
didn't watch that. I fell
Yeah.
asleep.
There you go. Well, but on that show, he did one where he had like a wall behind him. And he was talking about, it's not very descriptive. He just saying he had a wall behind him. I'm realizing that isn't really very helpful. Most promos, there's a wall behind
I get the
them.
point.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to pencil Code Man in as the 2 seed here on the babyface side. Now, who is our top heel in the promotion?
Jay White or Ricky Starks. I would like to put Ricky
Oh,
Starks first because of bias,
oh dear.
but
Jay White is very exciting. You know, Jay White, he does special things to me. You know that. Very exciting. You know, Jay White. I think. Okay, are we not having? Because I know you're a fan of his, or you have been. You've kind of gone up and down. I'm sure a lot of us have. Where do we stand on MJF at this point?
oh, I like MJF still. I just prefer Ricky Starks
Oh,
and
I
Jay
do
White
too.
over
Ricky,
him.
look, let's be honest. Ricky's going to be on our roster. I mean, it's Ricky
Yes,
Starks, right?
yes.
The only thing you could say about Ricky on as a criticism isn't a criticism of him, which is that he's not like established as a top guy yet. Which is, I think, we're aware of
Yes.
what that is. I
I
will
thought it
say
was
though,
gonna
good.
I thought it was gonna be him and Hobbs to win last night, but
In
he can change it.
hindsight, I'm kind of glad with how they went. It felt right. Does that make sense? Like, if you just said to me before, we're gonna have Swerve and Keith, and I go, why? Watching it, it was like that was right. Actually, people wanted that moment. I get the feeling they may be next though, based on that title change. We'll see. I don't know, but
I was
um,
surprised they pinned Ricky of all people.
there's definitely a part of me that thinks like they're still going to go Bucks FTR at WrestleMania all out, and this is just like a stop, to make the TV more interesting. Um, One thing I noticed last night about Ricky was like he tagged in and the place popped for him getting in the match. And I was like, oh, he's because that's when you know you're getting over, right? Because that
He
crowd
has
wasn't
to beat
that
like
loud.
Wardlow for the TNT title, I feel like.
Yeah,
I don't think that like they're gonna do tag stuff too much anymore. I feel like Ricky just needs to do singles.
my thing with Ricky is the belts are kind of whatever. I want him to have like a big singles feud, like one where like you do the big promo segments where guys go
Yeah.
face to face. Like I think that would rule, and I feel like he's had none of those. Like there've been some with this tag feud. I've liked the tag feud. I think it's obviously gone on a little bit, but there've been some really good promo segments. But it'd be good if he got a chance to like
Hmm.
stand in the ring with Moxley or Punk and just go back and forth, um, and just see how he gets on. Because I think we all agree he's a fucking good promo. You got to go out there and do it and get that confidence, right?
I think
Um,
even like
yeah,
Jericho would be interesting. Like even if he
yeah.
loses to him, it would be good for him.
Like, look, we all have our thing with Jericho, and I get it. And when he started the feud with Eddie, I was like, oh god. And I thought it would be
It's
good.
not
I
to
think
end.
they've
It's not to end. Hallelujah.
Well, yeah, but I do think genuinely, like all bits aside, it has it's like cemented Eddie in a way that you can feel it. Like Eddie Kingston really feels like a main character on the show now to me, and that's the power of being repetitively just I'm on TV again, promo match. Ricky's never had that, so yeah, I mean, just
Mhm.
anything of that variety would be good for him. I'd really love him to get a shot at Punk when Punk's back as champion. I really would because I think they would gel. Um, I mean, Moxley would be fine too. I just think it's more natural matchup with Punk, but yeah, it'll be interesting. By the way, we haven't talked about Hobbs, who's like that dude, man.
Hobbs, did you see his fucking frog splash?
That was
I was like,
insane.
what the fuck is this?
It was nuts. It was
He's like
craziness.
broken up too. Like,
Oh, he looks great.
yeah.
He looks absolutely great.
Oh, I would like to pose somebody else that we forgot for the
Go.
babyface category.
hmm
Montez Ford.
He's one of the guys who we need to talk about. Yeah, and again, I think he'll be in the next category of kind of like the rising
Upper
stars we've been
mid.
pushing. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I think he's special. And I think Hobbs will be in the same range. So yeah, we'll get to him because recently, talk about guys who bulked up. Right, my God, he just looks incredible. He's always looked great, but he's looked right now. He's like one of the best in wrestling. I'm trying to think of any top heels we're forgetting. Like, I think Jay White's a lock.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if Ricky's in this spot or we put him in the next category.
I think we should put him here and just
Yeah,
trust him.
yeah. Trust Ricky. We both interviewed him. Both friends with him.
I'm actually friends with him, but it's okay.
Listen, okay. We had a hell of an interview there on the Distraction podcast. Many people saw that. It was a good 200, 300 people that saw that. It was exciting.
When did you record that?
March 2020.
Well,
Yeah.
mine's more recent, so mine wins. Oh, Christian Cage.
Yeah, I sensed he wouldn't be one for you, so I didn't.
I actually kind of like him right now. I like him a little bit more every time. I actually kind of wanted him to kill Switch Energy. I thought that was actually gonna happen. Oh, I love Seth Rollins.
Wait, what did you just say? You wanted him to do what to Jay? Kill?
Kill Switch.
Oh my God. I was like, what? I think you will get something in that regard. I actually think there's an outside chance that Anna Jay like turns on Jungle Boy.
I think she's gonna join Ty Conti.
The only thing with that is I thought the exact same thing, but I was like, that is so many people in that group.
That
That'd be 8 people. It's like an army.
that's 8 people.
There's a lot of people. Like that's ridiculous, you know. How would they
I
ever
mean,
lose? You have to force him in a shark cage, you know. It's difficult. I don't know what you do.
oh, Carmelo.
Yeah, we'll have to do that
Well, yeah,
discussion. Then.
yeah.
Christian Cage, I'm actually happy with what you said about just keeping Ricky in there. Trusting him. He's one of our top guys, you know? Let's do it. All right, let's go. So we're going to go back to Cobra. Right now we've got Mox, Cody, Jay White, Ricky Starks. That's our 4
Top 4.
pillars, as everyone says now. You have to say pillars now when you talk about any 4 wrestlers.
Why?
Because fucking someone watched the Kawada tape and wet themselves, you know? So this second babyface spot, I feel like we're forgetting people. I'm honestly fine, genuinely fine with Cody. I just want to
We
talk
don't
about
have
other.
Kingston in there either.
Well, that's interesting, Jaychele. Famously, I don't bring up Eddie Kingston a lot. I'm glad that you got to that conclusion. Now, him and Cody are very, very different. And they have different value, right?
Honestly, I'm willing to switch out Cody for Kingston in terms of who I'd want our audience to be.
Yeah. Yeah. The only thing I would say, and I'm like, obviously, I'm taking Eddie Kingston. We're having a conversation.
We're having a dialogue.
Yeah, exactly. The one thing I would say is Cody does give us something that Moxley can't in how ridiculous he is. Whereas Eddie and Moxley is a lot more overlap.
Yeah, I think the thing for Eddie is more relatability. I feel like Mox is still relatable, but like
It's different, yeah.
in terms of who I'd want to attract, maybe I'm thinking too much about the people, like wanting
No,
people that I actually would like to watch instead of fucking neckbeards. So
which way does that guide you in this conversation? Who does that mean, Cody?
no, that means Eddie.
Like you would pick Cody, though. I mean,
What do you mean?
who would you be picking?
I would pick Eddie.
To avoid the neckbeards?
Yeah. You think the neckbeards like Eddie? Am I not putting that together? I thought the people that actually cared about their mental health like Eddie.
Oh, right. I don't know. I mean, it's a very broad term nowadays, you know. I guess you're just using it as like just a blanket
I mean, well, we
fucking
have
losers.
Moxley, so I think the neckbeards are gonna like it regardless.
I'm really fascinated by your definition of this now. I'm intrigued. I thought that meant Cody was in. He's for the kids, man. You know that, Cody? He's the American nightmare.
Well, I feel like the neckbeards would hate watch Cody.
Yeah, well, that happens. Do you remember when they did the countdown to Cody?
Yes.
We should do that, even if we don't have Cody.
Okay.
All right, let's do.
We should do it one day on the Grin where I don't feel like joining for the whole show.
What countdown to Jaychele? The problem with that is the Grin's so late that would mean you're like waiting longer.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it'd have to be like an hour. It cannot be no longer than an hour.
Countdown. You just come on like, anyway, I'm really tired. That was a stupid idea. Bye. All right.
And then I end the whole stream.
Absolutely, that was an all-timer.
Oh my god.
Are we going with Eddie over Cody? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, sweet. Okay,
we're not putting Punk in this promotion, guys. So don't.
No, I'm about to leave that one. I'm about to leave it. Here's what it is. I hope that in return, Jaychele won't bring up Blake Christian in a couple minutes. We'll get there.
No, I'll give you Rod Strong wherever you want.
Well,
not wherever, within reason.
Yeah. All right, so our top 4
Notice
guys.
how I haven't said Adam Cole either.
Bye.
That finger thing is weird.
Is that what he does?
Yeah, but it's weird.
There was a great moment when
Oh, we're definitely gonna talk about Hangman. Don't
shit, we should have probably talked about him, right?
Well, I feel like he's next. He's in the upper mid.
Oh, that feels really mean. Feels like he should be a top guy. He was the world's champion.
Well, not everyone could be a top guy, Joseph.
I know, but I feel like we have to pick between the top guys. You know? Otherwise, we're just gonna end up with like an AEW roster. We just pick here are the best wrestlers in the world. I'm in a weird spot with Hangman where I think he's like objectively a top pick, But I think their usage of him last month has kind of called me off. Where I'm not really that excited for what he's doing. Kind of bums me out. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God, somebody has come to say hi. Do you want to say hi to my friends? Okay, come here.
My God, there's more than one friend. You joining the chat?
Yeah. Ugh,
Oh my goodness!
go like
A
this.
new grinner. Look at it. AJ looks like looking at loads of friends.
Wait,
That rules.
wait, look at you. See the chat?
Yeah.
Can't hear me,
Yeah.
right? Headphones. Yeah,
Oh
makes
God.
sense. Oh my God.
Yeah, my mom called me. What's your
Okay,
name?
fair.
Your name's AJ.
Yeah.
How old are you?
Ah, great wrestling name.
You're 3.
Yeah.
Do 3.
Do free.
There it is. There it is. Put it in the camera, Bubby. That's 2, 3. There it goes.
Yeah, that looked like a very different gesture.
Good job. You see everyone saying hi to you.
Hi.
Hi. You like wrestling? Who's your favorite? Say Samoa Joe.
Damn, good effort. I appreciate that.
Okay. Bye, Bubba. I see you later, okay?
Wow. More, I will say more input than we used to on the late night grin. You know, that's more than Bob's ever spoke on the late night grin.
He's come my room taking my candy.
That feels like you've kind of been owned, really. You know, doing a wrestling podcast while your candy is stolen. That's pretty rough. Yes, I agree with the chat. Obviously named after the great AJ Styles. Definitely will.
You
Definitely
can
will
have
do.
those. Yeah, that's yours. Take it downstairs, bub. Go show grandma.
I feel like I'm doing a show. Like, have you seen when Alex does this? Alex McCarthy. Have you ever been on a show with him?
No, we keep scheduling shows and it never happens.
Yeah. Oh, he's a piece of shit with that stuff. But that'll happen regularly with him. His kid will come in. You're like, oh, you know, he's so much being a professional. You know, talk sport over there.
He watched AEW like back at the beginning of June, and he loved Maki Ito.
Who? Alex McCarthy?
No.
I'm sorry, that was too easy. I'm sorry. Yeah, AJ Styles. He should be in the promotion now. Remember AJ Styles?
Yeah,
Why do we not talk about him anymore? We haven't talked about Bobby Lashley either.
he's mid now.
Sorry to hear that. Let's talk about
I mean, so is
Hangman.
Edge. Yeah, let's talk about Hangman.
Should we slot him in for one of these two top guys, or are we going to stick to our guns? I don't have him over Moxley already. I'm sorry. I just don't. It's no disrespect, you know. There's pictures of them above my head here. What do we think? Do we slot Hangman in? Do you want him in?
I think he's upper mid.
Oh,
I think that's a good place for him anyway.
I don't want to cheat. This is a very serious game we're playing here, you know. The rules of it are being made up as we go. I don't want to break those rules, but we'll get to. We'll discuss it. I think Bobby Lashley's a no on your end, right?
Pass.
I know the answer to question signs before I ask them. Oh,
I want to put.
I think so.
Swerve Strickland.
Yes, we're gonna get there.
Do we have to do them as a tag team though, or can they both be in singles too? Or
well, I think speaking of cheating, I think it would rule if we just took them as our top team and then we like.
Okay, we'll do it that way. Yep, that works.
Speaking of such, let's do that now. Let's get to our tag teams. Let's get our top 2 in each category, and then we can kind of
FTR.
Wow, that was quick. You've been up and down on FTR. I didn't know if I could get away with that. Are we doing FTR and Swerve and our Glory as our top 2, I guess, babyface teams, I guess?
Yeah.
What other teams are there do we want?
For faces or heels?
Either or, but are you a big Bucks fan at this point? What's going on with the Bucks?
I have a hot take on who I want to be in the top heels.
Pretty Deadly?
No. Kind of close.
Oh, God.
Either Creed Bros, I guess could be faces though, or GYV.
Well, out of those two, we're going to have to go with the Creed Bros because I ain't taking those grizzled young vet fellas.
Why? Are they bad people? Are they bad?
No, they seem like good people. They just do those promos. I can't watch those promos. Make me feel embarrassed, you know?
I like their wrestling a lot.
Oh, they're really good. No, in all seriousness, they're really good. Let's do this. Let's go.
Motor City Machine Guns is actually a good shout, though. Stop, Joe. Don't be like that.
Don't encourage JJ like that, you know?
I'm for real, though.
I know, but it's not 2008 anymore, you know what I mean?
But they still do great stuff.
They do. They don't like team regularly enough, you know? Do they? I don't know. Maybe they do. I feel like Shelley just went away again for a year from Saban and then came back on his own, you know? I mean, now they're a team again. I'm aware of that, but I like the Creed Bros pick.
Okay.
What I think you should do is Yeah, that's the big problem. We need the Briscoes. I'm sorry, but we need the Briscoes. I mean, I'm glad you brought it up and I didn't have to, but Briscoes are
The Briscoe
there's
brothers.
something else. I mean that promo where they accepted the challenge was high art. I mean, I was just in awe. So here's what we could do. What if we go? What if we go baby faces, Briscoes, and Swerve in Our Glory?
Hmm.
Heels, FTR, Creed Brothers.
Okay. I mean, actually, I want to replace the Creed Bros with Private Party.
Oh my God, is that Private Party?
Yeah. Shots. Shots.
I really
Shots.
like them, so I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and we could eventually do the FTR feud, which I think FTR I've wanted to do for about 2 years now, and I've just never been able to do. My God, Briscoes versus Swerve in Our Glory, 4.25.
I'm thinking about Private Party versus Swerve in Our Glory because for the culture,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
Do you remember when Keith came in and like threw Isaiah into the air, and it was like one of the most incredible visuals ever?
Yeah.
All
It's
time.
great.
Okay, let's now move towards the women's division. Our top babyface will be whom, Jaychele?
Do you even have to ask me this question, Joe?
Well, I just think it's polite, you know.
It's Bianca
Alexa
Belair.
Bliss. Well, sorry. Liv Morgan. What? Lacey? Raquel Rodriguez? Bianca Belair.
Yes.
What is the beef with the Young Bucks? Dukes brings it up. What's the beef? Do you want to kick the shit out of them? What's going on? What's the issue?
I don't have any beef. I mean,
You just
I
don't
feel
really like them.
no, I enjoy them. I just don't like them as much as other people do. I feel like I still enjoy them. It's just they don't give me FTR vibes.
There are some things in wrestling that you'll like. You'll like it and you'll enjoy it, but you don't connect with it.
Mhm.
I have things like that, you know. That's probably what the Bucks are for you. They are fucking great, though. My God. All right. So we've got Bianca Belair. We agree on this. Top heel, I would like to put forward the Australian Nightmare, Rhea Ripley.
Where's Mercedes, Joseph?
Martinez?
No.
Well, I mean, maybe we could, you know, maybe we could talk about it. Let's talk about it, maybe. I don't know. I'm just saying, all I'm saying is Rhea Ripley is very young, long career ahead.
She
Kind
can
of
be number
piece.
2. Number 2. Rhea's number 2.
Okay. It's a little bit aggressive. You kind of made it, you kind of took a stand there that I wasn't comfortable with, but okay. So we're going with
I'll
Mercedes
let you put
Martinez.
Buddy Matthews in the upper mid if you want.
Okay, done. All right, Rhea's in at 2. Sasha is in at 1. That's a big win. Big win on my part. I'm glad I held my ground there. Okay. Who's our second baby face on the women's division?
Jade Cargill.
As a baby face? Okay, that's interesting.
I feel like she already gives me face energy. I feel like we're very
Yeah.
close to a turn. Like, I feel like once she loses, I feel like she could turn face if she wanted to.
Dude, her and Rhea would be interesting. You know? Very interesting.
Big, meaty women slapping meat.
Factual.
I
So
don't
we
think you
have.
can say that though, Joseph.
I just said factual. I just confirmed.
Okay.
I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't have definitely wouldn't have said that part.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So here's what we've got, folks, and then we're gonna just fill these out a little bit.
Pop me huge.
That being a real thing is amazing. By the way, I don't know if you're aware that's a real thing, but it is. It's real. She's actually like really good. I know there's issues there, but she's really good.
I know. I remember when I asked you guys, I was like, people are saying Tiffany's really good, and you were like,
Yeah, I hadn't seen her then. I watch that show sometimes now. Like she's probably the best prospect outside of obviously Roxanne's. You know, she's not even a prospect to me. She's just great. But
yeah.
Tiffany's really figuring out. Right, this is our lineup right now. We have Mox, we have Eddie Kingston, we have Jay White, Ricky Starks. That's beautiful. I mean, that is art right there, you know?
Yes.
Tag teams, we go Briscoes, Swerve in Our Glory, FTR, Private Party. I do wonder if we could still put in Private Party in the selection below, you know? As like one of our like underneath teams. I do wonder, but I don't really know who else would put in the spot if you don't really want the Bucks. Because there's someone we're forgetting who's obvious. You're not an Usos fan, are you?
Mm-mm.
That was an incredible reaction. Your face didn't move or anything.
I was just thinking. I'm thinking.
Yeah. I feel like we're forgetting people. The Gun Club. Street Profits is a good one, and then we can push Tez.
But have them as heels, I guess. I
Yeah.
see Tez as a
Let's
baby
just
face
let's just pick
singles
Tez on
guy.
his own. I'll pencil that in. I'm not taking the Acclaimed. I'm putting my foot down on that. New Day will be good, but we're looking for heels. We're kind of locked in on the heel
House
side,
of
really.
Black, unless you want
Uh,
Buddy as a singles.
we could take Brody and
Proud and
Buddy, but
Powerful.
I'm not sure they're on the board anymore, unfortunately.
Joseph,
It seems like
we're
look, it's
we're
very
gonna
sad.
pretend.
But
We can pretend for this.
no, I don't want to. It hurts too much.
It hurts too much.
It does. Let's just go private party. That's fine, right? That'll be
Either
okay.
I mean, there's also Men of the Year if you want Ethan Page and Scorp.
They don't really feel like a team to me, you know.
They don't either, but I was just looking through a list of
I get you.
tags.
Let's go private party. That's fine.
Mhm.
Dirty Dogs will be a good pick, Reese, but Jaychele won't want them. Save that for when I do a solo perfect promotion.
I actually like Dolph Ziggler a lot. Dolph Ziggler was one of my first wrestling crushes ever.
Yeah, fair. Respect it. He's in Great Britain right now. Do you know that?
Good for him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Didn't he beat like Theory or something?
He laid him out, dropped him with a super kick. Yeah.
Cool.
I was pretty excited about it. Roddy and Kyle, they're kind of not available, but yes, that rules. Neither of them. That's actually really tough because poor Kyle was going to be out for a bit, it seems. So, bless his heart. All right. Couple rolls here.
Well, at least he gets to spend time with his baby.
Factual. He seems like a really good guy. Let's pick some rising stars here. So we've got Tez on the babyface side. Who else would we like on the babyface side as a guy that we could? Let's just pick a couple here that we'd be kind of pushing underneath. You know,
Lee Moriarty.
Lee is a good pick. I like that pick a lot. Super young too, which we need because Eddie's 40 and Montez is older than you think. The heels. Hobbs I want on the board.
Hobbs is a good one. I'm trying to think.
And then we need kind of a workhorse guy. Do we go Garcia? I know it's a little bit of a complex subject with you, you know.
I requested to interview Garcia, so there's no beef. We're good.
Okay. So can we be clear? There was never beef. It was just like
it was not beef.
That sounded like there was actually once like a blood feud.
No. Takeshita is a good shout though.
Oh fuck yeah.
Can we do 3 for our?
Nope.
Joe.
No. Put my foot down.
Joe.
Yeah. We'll take. Here's what we'll do. Don't tell anyone. All right. I'm gonna say this quietly. We'll take Lee and Matt Sydal as a team. All good. Right. Ready? They won't even know. We're going to put Takeshita in the Moriarty spot, but stay tuned, Lee Moriarty. I got him. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Okay. All right. Who do we pick? Takeshita.
They want Christian Cage.
I like him.
He's old too, though.
Yeah, that was my concern. I didn't want to pick him, and then you get really mad about his age when I start, you start booking this thing. It could get very scary. Right, so we've added Tez and Takeshita, Hobbs, and Garcia.
Oh my god, this popped me huge.
Yeah, that's generally how it works.
That's my interest in wrestling, really, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, in fairness, I mean, you got Tez is in there, Jay White. That's 2 guys, right?
Oh, Carmelo. We forgot about Mello.
I'm not in.
Joe.
I've sold my stock. I'm sorry. I can't do it. I don't think it's there.
Joe, why don't you think that? Joe, what did I miss?
No, not doing it. We're not doing it. I think he's good. I like him. I just don't think he's it.
Why?
In ring, I don't like it. It genuinely frustrates me, honestly. Like, I like him, and he's got personality. I love his like entrance and stuff, but I just don't like his matches. I'm out on him. Like, it's actually genuinely bummed me out. Like, when I watched the Burr, I did like NXT reviews and was like, I don't know. I wish I liked these matches, but I don't.
Maybe I need to watch his matches again. I haven't watched one in a while.
Yeah, that probably. Imagine you watch him. Actually, I don't like him either.
No, but he likes me, so I like him.
He seems like a great guy, and I think he's a good talent. To be clear, we're picking very selective people here, right? Like,
fine.
I wouldn't put him in over Hobbs and Garcia. So
okay, that's fine.
Let's pick one more team. I think we should go over the team of Lee Moriarty and Matt Sydal.
Okay.
What do you think? That's a good idea, right? Because then we can still get Lee.
Yep.
I'm really good at this. Who else could we take on the hillside as an underneath team? Should we take the Creed brothers, like we said earlier,
I think so.
as
Yeah.
our underneath team?
Either them or the Butcher and the Blade.
Oh, the problem with the Butcher and the Blade is like, now this could either be a good or bad thing depending on who you ask. I would lean towards good, but I do want to warn you about it before we go further. Sometimes they're not good, you know? And like that's fine with me. Like I kind of like the idea that you're rolling the dice. It could be bad. Yes,
Do you want them or the Workhorsemen?
I would like the Creed brothers.
Okay. Fair enough. That works for me.
I'm sorry, but you dangled that carrot in front of me. I have to maintain it. You know, I love me some Creed brothers. Right. So now for the women, it's the same thing we did for the men. So we've got Bianca, Jade, Sasha, and Rhea. This now put some names underneath. Just pick two on both sides. Babyface side. What we got?
Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss.
What's the catch?
No catch. I like Alexa. You know I like Alexa.
I know. I'm just playing. I'm just doing some of that famed podcast.
Oh shit,
banter that I'm-
Roxanne too. Fuck.
Alexa's gonna be a heel. That's fine. We'll be
Okay, fine. We'll do that. We'll do that. That
Liv
works.
and Roxanne, and then on the hillside we're gonna go Alexa and who? Just pick someone kind of
We should pick someone from AEW.
yeah, someone who's like up and coming too. Like an equivalent for Roxanne, you know? I don't really know who that is in AEW, so
Julia Caps. I don't think she's that high up though.
no. She pops me, but I don't think this is the spot for her necessarily.
I guess a Kiara Hogan maybe.
What about
Can we-
Anna Jay?
I mean that works. I was gonna say yeah, I guess Anna Jay works. I was gonna say Ty Conti, but I like Anna Jay more.
Let's do Anna Jay. I also think she'd be a better heel, so
Yeah. I mean Ruby Soho would be interesting, but she's not
Destination Unknown.
but she's not as young or as good of a heel either. Stat as a heel kind of intrigues me now though.
Fuck, we should have talked about Statlander. She should be in our top 4. She's so good.
Can she replace Rhea?
No, absolutely not.
Joe!
I'm sorry, I can't do that. No.
Okay, then I'll trade Jade for Chris.
Are you sure about that? You're trading Jade for Chris. Does that mean that at some point we're going to run Chris Statlander versus Rhea Ripley?
I guess, Joseph.
I've won. God bless. Okay. Thank goodness I held my ground once again.
But I want Jade to be the number 1 heel on the mid card.
Now hold on. Now this is the problem. That was not negotiated. You know who that disroots. That can't be done. We have to pick between them, Chris or Jade.
We do not have to pick between them,
We
Joe.
do. That's the game. We have
no!
to. We have no choice. We're stuck. We're running out of time.
No.
Who do we want? Which one?
Then she's going heel under Lexi.
Who is?
Chris Stat.
We can't. We have to pick.
No, we don't have to pick.
I'll go with Jade if that's what you want. My hands are up.
Jade is going to stay where she is, and we're going to put Chris Stat under Alexa.
I will instead, for the sake of the game, put Chris where Liv is.
But then where does Liv go?
She goes.
No.
These are the games we play.
No, I take out Roxanne.
We can't. That's
yes,
a different
we
thing.
can.
We can't have it all.
Joe,
This
yes,
is
we can.
This
Joe.
is the challenge of the game. I'm
Joe.
standing firm. We take
Joe.
Liv or we take Chris Stat.
No.
Your final answer in 5,
Joe.
4, 3, 2,
Chris
1.
Statlander.
Jaychele.
Chris Statlander.
Liv has been exiled from the promotion. You only live once, indeed. It's over. Okay. Final couple here. No. Have we done everything?
We don't have a heel under Alexa.
We do. We have Anna Jay.
Oh,
We need to
fuck
we need to
that.
we need to tap on for Roxy. We did.
Fuck
We did. We agreed on it.
that.
We agreed on it.
I don't like this.
Let's pick okay, let's do this before we go. Let's do you know what we'll do? Here's what we should do, Jaychele. Because I know you're we have to wrap up here shortly. Why don't we come back to this? You know?
Okay.
And what we'll do next time, we'll add a couple more pieces to our roster. We'll pick some commentators we pick some authority figures, right? Or like
Liv's
personality.
Liv is gonna be Alexa's manager.
Well, that fucking rules for a range of reasons we don't have to get into here. And then we'll talk about the product. And maybe, just maybe, we'll do a little bit of fantasy booking, you know? First TV show, something like that. I'll come up with
I
some
want one.
or the
I want one face woman's tag and one heel woman's tag.
next time on Can They Coexist, Jaychele Joe's perfect promotion. We do not know when
Well,
this show returns. Yes?
he won't let me have Liv Morgan, so he's worked himself into this shoot.
Okay. Folks, hope you've enjoyed this program. At some point, we will do a sequel. We will do some fantasy booking. We will finish the roster. Maybe this will be an ongoing thing. I said this to you, Jaychele. Maybe if people like it. If you like this, folks, then tell us, because we may do some weird shit with this. We may do some
tweet
weird,
us.
especially because we're an events product. We could actually like fantasy book this and like have booking debates. You know. Look at Reese's comment.
I saw it.
Bert is going to make Lily Doll an authority figure. That's fabulous. All right. So, Jaychele, any final thoughts, any plugs, promotions? I know you've got a lot going on. Tell the people all about it.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, obviously at Jaychele Nicole. I have a interview with Willa Yuta coming out probably Saturday, I want to say, on SE Scoops YouTube channel. So just search SEScoops.com and it'll be all on there once it comes out. I'll be at ROH Death Before Dishonor, so follow me for some Media Scrum content and some obviously exclusive content from the show. And I'll be at AEW Worcester as well.
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Retire the rankings tomorrow. We'll be back, right?
Yes,
An hour
sir.
earlier than we were tonight, 5 Eastern. Maybe should we like reset on the score now that we've got we kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're back. Yeah, let's hit reset.
Fuck everything else.
Yeah, agreed. We were not going to fire up TEW because it's very difficult for me to operate because my laptop is bad. And also, to me, the conversation is the fun of it. I don't know if we're going to get back to TEW. Scheduling, it's very hard, very hard. Stu and I had an idea, but it's challenging. Maybe one day. Oracle can be part of the booking team. I may invite him on the next episode and he may help us book the shows. Could you imagine him as the person deciding, like picking between our two, like our arguments?
Oh no.
And I just like manipulate, like, what do you think, Oracle? Rhea or Chris? And like put the mic down and pop because I know where he's going to go, you know? That'd be good stuff. All right, folks. This is the
well, Bianca will win every time.
True. Again, manipulate. This could be very fun. He would kick the shit out of some of our favorites, though. You know that, right? Can you imagine? Like, I'm sitting with Jay White, and he's like, well, I think we should take the belt off Jay White. All right, folks.
Yes.
I'll be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern for the belt. We're going to do a G1 preview. 5 p.m. Eastern for Retire the Rankings of Jaychele, and then after Rampage, the late night grin itself. We appreciate you all.
A triple feature.
Oh, yes. We're going for it right now. This is LNG 2.0. You know that, right? We're moving up. We're getting cool intros. Like tomorrow, there's a Retire the Rankings intro you can look forward to. There's one involving Jaychele that you'll see next month that is like
It's OD.
In fact, it's the end of this month, right? We're probably going to do it.
Yes.
In fact, should we show them now? Should we show them?
Yeah.
Should we reward them before we go?
Yeah, let it be. Yeah.
Right now? Okay. The end of this month on SummerSlam week, we're going to do the very first Jaychele Appreciation Society episode. I've explained this format before. It's Jaychele's version of Green Grap, and Bianca Belair is the wrestler because she's going to be on SummerSlam. We assume. This is what will open that show via great confirmed shoot. Nothing like
it looks like a movie.
It's amazing. It's like the Avengers.
Yeah.
All right, folks. You can tune into the Burt by sign up to Late Night Green, latenightgreen.com for just $1. We appreciate you. We love you. In the meantime, enjoy this very fancy new outro. Or how?